I'm a vampire and I'm in love with this unattractive girl. I'm a werewolf and I am also in love with this unattractive girl. Boy, she sure can act though, can't she? Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Twilight. So I was horrified to learn last week that Stephanie Meyer is going to be releasing a new Twilight book soon.
Dear God, no!
Yep, it's true.
Good morning, America, and good morning especially to any Twilight readers who are watching. My name is Stephanie Meyer, and I am very excited to finally announce the release of Midnight Sun on August 4th.
And if you were wondering what could possibly be added to the well-established Twilight universe, well, that would be Edward Cullen's perspective, of course. Meyer began the book titled Midnight Sun as a writing exercise. Quote, "The more I wrote, the more I became convinced that Edward deserved to have his story told," she wrote on her website. Publisher Little Brown said the book would see Meyer draw on the classic myth of Hades and Persephone to revisit teenager Bella Swan's romance with the vegetarian, sparkly vampire Edward in an epic novel about the profound pleasures and devastating consequences of a mortal love. And while plenty of girls and women are creaming over this news, there are those of us who just can't roll our eyes far enough back into our heads. For most haters of the franchise, the problems lie in the shallow, unhealthy, and physically dangerous relationships main character Bella Swan forms throughout the series. Both men and women in the anti-community consider the object of her lust, Edward Cullen, a bad role model at best, and totally abusive at worst. Bella is spineless, superficial, and boring. She has no self-esteem, and at no point in the storyline does she actually ever find it. Meyer skips through any realistic hardship and domestic or childcare issues, completely romanticizing teenage marriage and pregnancy, which is the absolute worst thing you can do to impressionable teenage girls' minds. 50 Shades of Grey, which was originally a Twilight fanfic, in case you didn't know, and its unparalleled popularity in comparison to Twilight, is proof that the story's central relationships are being interpreted by women as one that is obsessive, controlling, isolating, and physically dangerous. The rape fantasy thing is real. And understandably, people had an even bigger problem with this franchise's depiction of relationships than Twilight's. Because the real problem with all of this is that these dynamics and behaviours are being portrayed as love and not what they truly are, which is lust. This inversion, these blurring of lines, is damaging real potential relationships and warping women's desires. These books have created a whole subset of women who are into BDSM but don't actually understand BDSM. Anyway, my problem with Twilight is less about the role modelling and more with Meyer's f***ery with the law. Stephanie, babe, vampires don't sparkle. Okay? You can't just come waltzing in here making nonsensical, ridiculous changes to the law just because you had a sexy dream. You've ruined vampires. And look, you know you're doing something wrong when the lead actor of the movie version of your book hates your book. Just saying.
When I read it, it seemed like it was a book that wasn't supposed to be published.
You must be so embarrassed!
Man, take me back to the days when vampires were cool. Bring back Anne Rice. Anne, please, I'm begging you, fix this shit. I'd take Lestat, Spike, or Angel over Edward Cullen any day.